Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Jamie and I post videos every Sunday. So I often don't celebrate milestones, but this 20K one on my YouTube channel is really special for me, and YouTube is my baby. I want to first start off by just saying a huge thank you to all of you for watching my videos, for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing, all of that. It really means so much to me, and I recognize people in the comment section and I receive really lovely messages from people who say that they look forward to my videos every week, which honestly, it blows my mind that I'm a part of someone's weekly routine. I've even been lucky enough to meet some of you in person. Honestly, it reminds me that there are people on the other side who are watching and engaging with my videos. I know that might sound quite odd, but sometimes it feels like YouTube is a pretty solitary activity because I'm filming and then I'm editing by myself at my computer and then I'm just publishing it. So obviously it's really nice to feel like there are other people out there who are watching and engaging with my content. If you do ever see me in real life, please come and say hi. I am 5 feet tall, so I'm the least intimidating person you'll come across. I even got this beautiful cake to share with my family. I got it from Nana Cakery. You've probably seen their Instagram before. It's a beautiful bakery. This one is a vanilla sponge cake with Earl Grey cream, and I'm actually having a family dinner after this and we're gonna share the cake. I've had their cakes before and I'm just so obsessed because they do an amazing job every time. If you ever stop by to visit, you definitely have to try their Lotus Biscoff cheesecake. That is one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this cake turned out. Thank you so much to Nana Cakery for gifting me this beautiful celebration cake. In this video, I wanted to share about my YouTube journey and what it looks like for me now. And I asked for questions on my Instagram and my YouTube. So thank you so much for submitting a question. I'm going to go through as many as I can of the YouTube related questions. There were a lot of questions about why and how I started and how I grew my channel. So to take you back to the beginning, I think I am a creative person. And if you had asked me that 5 years ago, I would have said absolutely not. But I've come to realize that I've had this creativity inside me for a very long time. So in high school, I really loved photography and design. I even took it as one of my subjects in my final year of high school. It was my top subject. I scored 99 or something, which is just wild. I didn't pursue it as a career because I was really focused on becoming a lawyer, and I did become a lawyer. And creativity wise, I've just been someone who's always captured content. Ever since high school, I would always be the one taking the photos, and I would also take lots of clips, and a lot of the clips would just go absolutely nowhere. Or sometimes I would create compilations of trips that I took, road trips or overseas trips, and it would just be a video montage of random clips, mainly of me dancing in different locations to one song. So definitely not a vlog, but yeah, I've definitely been filming and editing for a while. So only when I started working as a lawyer did I really think about my hobbies outside of work, because at the time I really didn't have any hobbies. I hadn't even found Pilates. I was barely going to the gym at the time, and I wanted to do something a little bit creative that was completely unrelated to my day job. And I actually initially started a blog. I didn't continue with it because I just didn't think it was the right format for me. I personally didn't even read blogs, so there was already that disconnect. So that's what got me thinking about YouTube, because I watched and I still watch a lot of YouTube videos. I grew up watching a lot of Asian American female content creators, in particular like Jenim, Sophia Chang, Claire Marshall, and so on. And they were always really inspiring to me. So I turned my mind to YouTube, and my parents actually gifted me my first camera. It was the Canon G7X for my law school graduation, and I took a lot of clips with the camera, but did I post it anywhere in public? Absolutely not. I was way too shy at the time. It was really COVID and all of the lockdowns in Melbourne that really motivated me to just have a go at publishing my first public YouTube video. So I think it was like a everyday makeup video, and I filmed it, I edited it, I published it, and I was so nervous, but what I found was that I loved it. And honestly, I called my channel Sundays with Jamie because if you know me, I love a Sunday vibe. I love like the sleep in, let's go out for like a morning coffee, maybe we'll go out for brunch, maybe some Pilates. Really taking it easy on a Sunday. I just like love that vibe. When I did call my channel Sundays with Jamie, I feel like I didn't really think through the fact that I was basically committing to weekly videos on a Sunday. Overall, I feel like calling it Sundays with Jamie was a great theme for my channel, but it definitely got stressful at times, but I will talk about that aspect a little later. Now, my first year on YouTube, it was really just me exploring all different types of content and seeing what I enjoyed. So I was making content from things like budgeting and travel to beauty and fashion, organization, cleaning. I was really trying everything, and I think it was really valuable for me to see what I actually really enjoyed and could make over and over again. At the time, I really had like 20 subscribers, so it was no pressure for me to just try random things because I was having fun. When I did notice a very slight uptick in my views and my subscribers, I then investigated the idea of being monetized on YouTube. So at the time, don't quote me, I don't know if it's still the current way that you can get monetized here on YouTube, but I needed 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours across my videos in the previous 12 months. So you need both of those things in the period of 12 months. And honestly, that felt like Mount Everest to me because with maybe 30 subscribers at the time, I was like, 1,000 seems like a stretch. But honestly, it wasn't the subscribers, it was the watch hours that I was like, there was no way I was gonna accomplish that. So I had this monetization goal in the back of my mind, but I really didn't expect that I would reach it in my first year. And honestly, it is thanks to one of my videos that completely changed the trajectory of my channel. And that video is the touring apartments in Melbourne video. And honestly, I'm still getting new subscribers from that video 3 years later, which blows my mind. To give you like an indication of how nuts it went, I, at the time, was getting maybe, if I was lucky, like 300 views on a video. And this video had gotten 50,000 views in the first 3 months. I was like, what is happening? So with that video, there were so many people who were discovering my channel and then watching my other videos and then eventually subscribing. Because of the impact of that video, I started earning money from YouTube. I got monetized and I earned Google AdSense. So when people watch my videos, I earn a monthly income from YouTube. So I think it's a good point to talk about YouTube now and how it has changed my life. So I think the first big change is that YouTube has brought so much creativity back into my life. And I feel like that's just been lying freaking dormant inside of me for so long. I edit, I film my videos, I create my own thumbnails, I do all of that. And it is really wonderful to look at something and feel really proud that I created that. And I know that probably sounds really cheesy, but for example, sometimes I might be like going about my day, going for a walk through the park, and I will see something where, let's say, like the lighting is just like stunning. I feel like, oh my gosh, like I need to capture that. That is a beautiful shot and I know it would look amazing. I feel so inspired and I finally have a creative outlet. I have always loved sharing my interests and passions like travel and food and budgeting, and I feel like finding my community has been the most life-changing part of YouTube because I'm finding people like you who share those interests. For example, like foodies who will see one of my recommendations, go out and try a restaurant and come back and tell me how much they loved it, I get so excited and happy hearing that. And by sharing my life through vlogs where I share moments of my life, whether it's like with my husband or with my family, I really feel like I'm growing a connection with you, because a lot of you have been here for a very long time, whether it was before my husband and I even got engaged or before when I was living in Melbourne. And to go through different life phases with you has been really special for me. So let us talk about money. I definitely got a lot of questions from people asking me how I make money from YouTube and if I do. So as I mentioned, since I got monetized, I started earning money from Google AdSense. And what I get paid fluctuates a lot, and it depends on so many factors. Things like where your viewer is located, how long they watch their video, all of that really goes into how much YouTube ends up paying you. It has opened an income stream for me. Now, personally, I wouldn't say that YouTube is like a passive income stream. For me, it is extremely active. But I would say some of my older videos, like my videos from years ago, it is really great to kind of feel that passive income element, because they're still making money for me even though it's been years since then. So I have been super excited because as I've been growing, I've been able to work with brands more, and I make money through sponsorships from brands who want to be featured in one of my videos, or because of my YouTube, they might also be interested in collaborating with me on my Instagram, for example. It's opened up so many of these opportunities that I didn't even think were possible as a small creator. So I've been able to work with brands like Cricut, Who Gives a Crap, Tropica, Move Active, like all brands that I love and adore. And I think it's also really empowering to still be able to use my day job experiences and skills and be able to review and negotiate my own legal contracts with the brands, because sometimes, you know, like the agreements, they come through and I'm not gonna lie, like some of the clauses are really sus and concerning. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to talking about how I stay motivated, how much time I spend on YouTube, and how I balance work and life and YouTube. I got a lot of questions in this area. I spent a lot of time on my YouTube. I feel like I've definitely gotten quicker with my editing and creating my thumbnails and all of that, which has helped with the process. But on average, I probably spend around 10 hours per week to create one video. That can definitely be a lot at times. And honestly, a pretty standard weekday routine looks like me coming home from work, you know, taking a shower, all that, having dinner, and then just editing until it's time for me to go to bed. So there have definitely been times when it's been a little bit stressful, when there's been a lot going on, and then I have, for example, like a tight deadline for me to create and send my first draft of a video to a brand. I really have to shout out my husband, Key. He is so supportive of my YouTube channel, and there are stressful times when, you know, like I've got that deadline and he will step in and, for example, he'll do more of the housework and prepare a lot of the dinners that week to really help me out. He has been like nothing but supportive with this YouTube journey, so I just have to shout out my beautiful husband. How cheesy. Now, balancing YouTube and my day job and other life things can be really challenging sometimes, but I try not to put too much pressure on myself to the point that it starts becoming stressful for me, because I feel like a big reason why I've been able to sustain it for so many years is because I truly love it. I couldn't have gone on for this long if I didn't have such a love for the video editing and all of that. And I feel like it's really a part of my weekly routine. I get excited thinking about upcoming video ideas. I love talking about like tech gear and my current camera, like I'm freaking obsessed with it. I am just a big nerd about YouTube. I also find it to be a really like productive outlet for me, because I think without YouTube, I could lean into my very real couch potato tendencies. And I am a pretty disciplined person. Like I know this about myself, but I feel like even with my YouTube journey, that has truly shown me, I think, how dedicated and how committed I can be to something that I truly love. So I am pretty proud of myself in that aspect. Now, in saying all of this, I have definitely felt really uninspired. I felt burnt out. I've definitely questioned whether I wanted to continue YouTube at times. And I have eventually come back to my love for YouTube and editing. But yeah, I just wanted to make it really clear that I've felt burnt out many times. I've felt discouraged many times. I've taken some breaks here and there to kind of gather myself and really think about what I want to do with my channel, if I want to continue it at all. And in my head, I feel like I'm just going to continue with my channel until I stop enjoying it and until it stops bringing me joy, which, you know, we haven't gotten there yet. So that is a good sign. If you want me to talk a little bit more detailed about my time management and how I find balance, please let me know. I could even create a video where I include like timestamps when I'm editing / filming, so you really get a good grasp at how much time I spend on YouTube. If that's something you'd like to see, just please let me know in the comments. Moving on to the final part of this video, I got a lot of messages from people who have thought about starting a YouTube, but they're really worried about the judgment and have asked me how I deal with the fear of judgment and how I overcome negativity on my YouTube channel. And honestly, I'm really glad that people ask questions about this because it's not something I've talked about a lot. One of the biggest ways that YouTube has changed me and changed my life is that I'm so much better now at not giving a flying F about what people think of me. I think it's honestly just years of growing in my confidence and having a lot more self-love and being proud of myself and my accomplishments. And what I've realized is that there will always be people who criticize you. There's always going to be people who dislike you, who don't get you. And then there are always going to be people who do understand you, who do like you, who do appreciate you, and so on. Seriously, the amount of comments I've gotten about things like my accent, that's a big one. My voice, sometimes people criticize how I laugh and smile too much, how I move my hands can be triggering for some people. And I've gotten really nasty comments where people will just say that was a complete waste of 10 minutes of my life. Thank you so much for a shitty video. Beautiful comments like that. And years ago, honestly, those comments would definitely have affected me because I am still a very sensitive person. But what I've learned over the years is that there will always be haters. And my husband reminds me that the bigger I get, the more haters will come. Now, when I read those comments, I just think they're really pathetic and they're sad because I think happy people and kind people, they don't go out of their way to make someone feel bad or to try to ruin someone else's day. So why would I spend my time and my energy thinking about those comments and those people out there? Like, it's seriously just not worth my time. I think about the fact that if I let my fear of judgment stop me from doing this, then I never would have built something that I'm so proud of or discovered something that I love to do. And at the end of the day, I feel like it's exactly that. I'm pursuing something I love. I'm connecting with people from all around the world. And sometimes I can make a positive difference in someone else's life. And honestly, that is just amazing to me. And also, I am making money from this income stream. So when haters comment, I'm just like, thank you. Thank you so much for the money that you just made me from that view. Your comment just boosted my engagement of the video. And that's more money in my pocket. So thank you so much. You really can't please everyone. And I think if you just show up as yourself, you will definitely find the people who connect to you and who actually enjoy and would like to engage with your content. Now, I think I should wrap it up here. I feel like I've been talking for so long. I hope you enjoyed this, and I feel like if you watched the whole way through, you know how much you mean to me. So thank you so much, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.